What's going on, everybody? Street Doc here, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for you today. I know normally sometimes I'm either covering a game on Twitch, or I'm doing a rare box opening video, or just something to go along with, entertainment to the gaming world in general. But today, I'm wanting to do something very, very different. What we're going to do today is we're going to make ourselves a keto-friendly pizza. Yes, you heard me. Keto-friendly pizza. Everybody out there, they love pizza. Can't get enough of it. But what is it packed full of? It is packed full of carbs. Shit we don't want. So therefore, what we're going to do is we're going to make one together. I saw ingredients from a pizzeria that I've seen online. I said, you know what? All that is perfect. There's nothing high in carbs. I can definitely put it onto what I normally do to make myself a keto pizza. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put all these ingredients together, and we're going to have a blast doing this. I'm going to show you all everything to do step by step. We're going to go through it. So we're about to get into it. I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, so we're back, we're here, and we're about to get started. Now, just for clarification purposes, anything that you see that has a label, this is not a sponsor, this is not, promoting any certain company, it's just there, okay? No promotions, I'm not being sponsored by anybody, it's just what I've got, and so therefore, there you go. Now, of course, first thing that we're going to need our bowl. So there we go. The normal recipe for this calls for 1 pound of ground chicken. Since we're going to be putting a lot of ingredients into this, we are going to put in 2 pounds of chicken. So I've pretty much doubled up the entire recipe as far as for our keto crust. Again, right now what we're doing, we're just making the crust. So for the crust, 2 pounds of wonderful ground chicken. Doesn't matter who you get it from. It can be any brand. It really doesn't matter at all. So that's what you got right there. So you got 2 pounds of ground chicken. Then you're going to want 2 eggs. All right, the full egg, yolk and all. These shells are wanting to be difficult for me today. These are going to drive me bonkers right now, aren't they? Let's see here. See if we can get it without shell. We don't need that extra rotten calcium from the shell. Not really rotten calcium, but we just don't need the extra calcium. We don't need all that. So there's 1 egg. That's messy as can be. Let's see. I think that was a good crack. Let's see here. Yeah, that was a good one. Good deal. All right. So we have got our 2 eggs in place. Let me rinse off my hand. I should have been a little bit more prepared. I should have just gone and cracked the eggs before I started this video, but I didn't, so there you go. So again, normally 1 pound of ground chicken, normally 1 egg, and it also calls for 1 tablespoon, or I'm sorry, not tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay, but since we're doubling up, we've done 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. So put all that in there, and then there you go. Now, the bond that will make this thing all come together very nicely, Parmesan and Asiago cheese. Excuse me. I sneezed there for a moment. So yeah, normally 1 cup, we now have 2 cups. So we're going to pour all that in there. Look at all that. That just looks fantastic. That is just great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use our hands. We're going to mix all this together. So just get on down in here. Give it all just a really good mix. And what we'll do is we will fast forward through all this and we'll get to the end result. So I'll see y'all here in a little bit.
What we do here is go back.
Alright, so now that we got that all taken care of, now we're going to get our pan. I probably should have moved that bowl out of the way. Now the pan, I went and got myself an extra large size pan. So we got that. What I've done is I've covered it with aluminum foil and I've sprayed it down with olive oil. That kind of olive oil cooking spray. So then what we're going to do, come on, get on out. There we go. Now then, look at there. Doesn't that look good? Well, gotta make it a crust, don't we? Kind of have to make it a crust. So what we're going to do is we're going to flatten this out as thin as we can get it. Okay? So, we're going to thin this out. We're going to fast forward. And I'll see y'all again here in a minute.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Alright, so there we go. We now have our crust. Yeah, I know it's not your typical circle shape, but you know what? Some pizzas actually are this shape. So therefore, we have made it this shape. I couldn't find a pizza pan big enough, so therefore, there we go. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put it in the oven at 450 degrees. It normally calls for about 20 minutes. We're going to give it about 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes, we'll pull it out of the oven, and we'll see how we are. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. Alright guys, sometime later, here we are. Look at this. Isn't that fucking beautiful? Look at that. Looks almost just like an actual pizza crust. You wouldn't think that this was ground chicken, egg, Parmesan, and garlic powder. I mean, it almost looks like bread, doesn't it? Again, this is the first time I've ever made one this size. So, I'm pleased with how it turned out. So, next thing we want to do is we want to put on some pizza sauce. Now, what I did since I'm keto is I took some tomato sauce that I already had in, some garlic, some basil, some oregano. I added in some ground thyme and some minced garlic. I love garlic. Garlic is so good. I mean, look at that. Again, not going to tell you what brand it was or anything, but looky there. It's just so good. And it goes on just so nicely. And it tastes really good too. So we're just going to start spreading this on. Might need to have a little bit more. Yeah, we're gonna have to have more. And just go around the outsides here. Oh, this might take actually that whole thing. And it did. Look at that. So, now you know that it's gonna take 1 small can of tomato sauce to cover this size pizza. I mean, look at that. That's just gorgeous. It glistens in the light. It's so good. Look at that. See if we can spread that a little bit more even. Let's get some down here. There we are. Alright. Now, look at all that garlic in there. All that garlic just looks so good. Again, I love garlic. And garlic, of course, is good for you. It helps to lower all your cholesterol. I need to grab my meats and my cheeses. I kept those in until the last moment, until I knew I needed them, except for maybe a couple of items. But yeah, so we're going to put on quite a number of meats and cheeses. The first cheese we're going to put on is mozzarella. We're going to be putting on mozzarella, cheddar, feta, and some more Parmesan. This will kind of help tie the base down together. Look at that, guys. Look at how beautiful this is looking. You never knew, if I was just making this out of the blue, you would never thought that this was going to be a keto pizza. Never, you would have never thought. So that takes a whole bag of mozzarella. Look, this is enough for today and tomorrow, which is my plan. Because with all the toppings we're going to be piling on, I'm telling you, we're piling on the toppings. We are putting them on here. So we've done that. Let's go ahead and let's start laying down some meats. Where did I put my meats? There they are. First and foremost, with any kind of pizza lover, and you will all agree with me on this, you cannot go wrong. You cannot leave out pepperoni. Gotta have it. You know what? Like I said, we are piling on. That's a big one. I'm gonna eat that one. Yeah, that one needs to be eaten just like so. Yeah. I love pepperonis. They're so good. Like I said, we are piling on the toppings. Well, how are they all going to stick together, you said? That's where the other cheeses come into play. That is where every other cheese will come into play. You know what? No, I can't do that. I got to keep it even. I've kept it even so far. Let's just keep it going. Let's just keep the even train going. I told you. We're just piling these things on. You can have a small bit in there. Look at that, guys. A couple more. There we go. Pepperonis are on, gentlemen and ladies. If you're watching and you want to make a nice, good, healthy pizza for your man. Alright, next thing we're going to do, I thought about this too. We're going to add on some spinach. Spinach uncooked has a lot of protein. Cooked spinach, of course, has a little bit less. But, you know what? Let's throw on some spinach. Just a few leaves here and there. I like the stems, but I don't like a lot of stem. Normally, I would be chopping this stuff up, but just for purposes here, we're not going to worry about that. Wish you could just eat this right now, don't you? Look at that. Remember, in keto, what you can do is you can eat as much protein as you want. There, we got that on. Alright, next thing we're going to do some Roma tomatoes. Put a few of these on here. I'm going to kind of let the Roma tomatoes kind of be my guide. Maybe. I have enough. Thought I have enough. I figured 2 would have done me fine, but one will just have a sliver. That'll be fine. That's enough. That's good. Yeah, we can do that. Next, what's every person's other favorite meat? Bacon. Now, what I did with the bacon is I kind of cheated myself a little bit. What I did is I went to the store and I bought the fully cooked box bacon. So that way, all I have to do was get it home and cut it up. I didn't have to prep it. Especially already prepped for me. The only prep I had to do was cut it up. So with that, look at that. Oh, get on there. You don't need to be on the side. You need to be on the pizza. We need some bacon down here. There we are. Oh. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Oh, it's looking so good. Alright, next up. Mushrooms. I'm throwing a few of these bad boys. I love mushrooms, don't get me wrong, so when I say I just pile on a few, I mean we're going to be having so many toppings, and this is the first time I've made this big of a pizza. I've made a few keto pizzas in the past, but not nearly as many toppings as we're putting on. Believe me, we are putting on the toppings. They are going on regardless. Look at that. Oh, so damn good. There we are. Mushrooms on. Now, throwing some bell pepper. I've cut my bell pepper into little slivers instead of like little chunks, which only some people will do. I love bell pepper. Alright, after that, now I'm throwing some onion. And again, I've cut my onions into slivers, because these will cook up pretty nicely. You don't need so many in a pile right there. You want to be generous with your veggies, but not this generous. Don't need them just piled up. There. One right there, one right there, right there. And I say that's good. We'll move you. We'll go right there. Perfect. Alright, let's see. What should we throw on next? What do you think? I say we throw on, let's throw on a cheese. Next cheese we're going to throw on is feta, some crumbled feta. Look at that. Woo! Oh my God, this is looking so massive. That'll help melt into the pizza. I used to not be a feta fan until my wife made me try it, and now I absolutely love it. There we go, all that feta. Looky there, guys. Ladies, tell your husband or boyfriend or fiance or whoever, make you this pizza. Look at this. Got some diced ham. Let's throw on the ham. If this thing wants to cooperate with me. There we go. Now we've got it opened up. Some diced ham. I told you, we are piling on these toppings. I wasn't planning on doing this video, but then I was like, you know what? Such a massive pie deserves an audience. So therefore, here we are. Making the pizza together. Excuse me, ham pieces, you need to go onto the pizza and not the pan. That's very much appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate you cooperating. Bacon, you too. Look at here. We got shit falling off. There we go. Alright. What we got next? Let's go with ground beef. Is ground beef our next one? I think ground beef is our next one. I just cooked it, so it's still a little warm. It'll fall apart easily. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is another reason why you go ahead and you cook your crust ahead of time. Cook your crust ahead of time. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start wondering how I'm gonna get this monstrosity to work with me. Look at that. We're gonna just kind of pat that down just a little bit. There we are. Alright, ground beef is on. Next on our list, salami. Oh, salami! Come get your salami! There we go. Let me get that open. Nice, good, gentle salami, uncured. And we'll just pile that on, just like we did. No, stay, please. Feta, you too. Ground beef, ham. Look, behave. See, now everybody's so crowded. And look at here. What we're going to do, kind of make this kind of like a top layer, almost like a sandwich. Kind of sandwich it all in there. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, oh no! I'm shy. 2 pieces of salami. What to do? Well, let's see here. Kind of move those down a little bit. There we are. That'll work. We can do it that way. That works. Alright. Next up, cheddar. I told you. Look, if I told you once, I've told you many times. We have 4 cheeses on this thing. Mozzarella, Feta, cheddar, and then we'll add the Parmesan. So 2 cheeses are left. Come on, cheddar. Come on. There we go. One slice, I'm telling you, one slice is basically a meal. One slice of this pie. Trying to get that bell pepper. There we are. I need some more right here, don't I? Oh, there's a little barren. Why not? Why not? Just that much left? Yeah, you might as well just empty the whole pack. There we go. Alright. Now, the Parmesan. Kind of help fill in the gaps. I imagine you're probably supposed to be using shredded Parmesan, but I don't have any. All I've got is this grated. So you know what? This will work. Look at that. All right. Last two items. Some garlic powder. Don't take a lot. And then, where'd it go? There it is. And then, some parsley. Again, does not take a lot. But we do have a massive pie. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, mwah! Look at there. That's our pizza. All right. Now, we're going to put this sucker in the oven so that we can let this thing melt, cook, and whatever else we need it to do. So, we will come back and we'll see how this thing looks fully cooked. Try to get it in there. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go, here we go. This is the moment we have been waiting for ever since we started cooking our crust, is to see the finished product of this beauty. Coming out of the oven now. Very hot. Woo! That's one hot puppy. And here we go. Look at there. Look at that. How beautiful of a pizza does that look? Wow. You can make out the salami. You see some of the onions, the bell peppers, some of the spinach stems. We got all of our cheeses nice and melted. I mean, look, you can't go wrong with a pizza like this. And we all know what is down underneath all this. Pepperonis, mushrooms, ham, ground beef. My list goes on. The list goes on. So now what we're going to do, I've actually got this turned around the other way. So we'll do this. We'll do this. There we are. Have the bigger end this way. There you go. That looks better, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Now, time to cut. Cut along that line there. There's so much here. It's actually pretty thick to cut. Wow. Trying to think of a good way to go here. I guess just go for it, right? Good Lord. I might have to use a fork to eat this. There we are. Now look at that. Look how good that looks. Yes, sir. Put it right over here on the plate. Got a fork just in case. And seeing now what we'll do. Go right here. We'll come over. We'll take a bite of this. I know everything's kind of unprofessional right now, but you know what? If you don't like it, oh well. Go make your own. Don't watch me. So anyway, let's take a look here real quick. I mean, look at the layers on that. There's the tomato. I mean, that just looks so good. The crust looks really good. It's nice and thin. That's hot as can be. So, without further ado, let's do this. Oh, hell yeah. That's good. That's good. All those toppings, all that cheese, yeah, that's really good. It's not thin enough to where you need a fork. It is pretty juicy. But then again, think about everything that we've got going on in there. I don't even have a napkin nearby. So anyway, there's our pizza. It looks good. It tastes even better. And I'm telling you, with a ground chicken as a crust base, I mean, it's not fluffy like some pizza crust, but think of it like a thin crust pizza. It's nice and thin. It's got crispness to it. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And I mean, it tears apart. It doesn't tear apart easily, but it tears apart, and inside it almost looks like bread. You would never thought that you were eating ground chicken. So anyway, thank you so much to everybody for watching. Peace out. Love each and every one of you. Please come by on Twitch. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe here. And I will see you all again next time. Peace. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, so I hope you had a great time watching it. If you enjoyed the step-by-step process and the lengthy video, please leave a comment below and let me know that you want me to keep doing them this way. If you want me to do more recipes, I'll be happy to do them. If you like to see just a shorter, more entertaining, just kind of an energetic feel with some music and everything else and not so much talking, please leave a comment below. I'll make whatever you guys want me to do, and I will keep bringing you the entertainment. Thank you so much again for watching this. Please, again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you again here on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you so much for coming. Peace.